Welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. A big thank you for the support you're granting this platform. The problem we are having with the Kenya Kwanza government is because we have leaders who can't remember what they said. They just speak for the sake of speaking. And this teaches us something, that when they respond to the public outcry, they just respond to manage the anger at that particular moment. They just speak because they want you to cool down at that particular time. But when they finish talking, after 2 hours, ask them what they said. They cannot remember what they said. Even William Ruto himself. That disease has spread through the entire government. It has spread through the entire executive. Aden Duale was being hosted by Jeff Koinange on Citizen TV. And Jeff Koinange unleashed very hot questions to Aden Duale and asked him, why do you ignore the court order? And that discussion itself, it depicted something to me that is worth our attention. And I want to show you how this government is carelessly working without taking into consideration what it usually tells the people. Can we take 6 minutes and listen to this section of the interview?
All systems in place.
But you are ignoring a court order. Why?
Which court order?
A court order said stop this construction of this facility, the Ebola quarantine facility.
Yeah, so?
Why? Why are you ignoring it?
Who said we have ignored it?
You're ignoring it. You said in Parliament today, nothing's going to stop you.
Let me say this. I don't want to go into the merits and the demerits of the Laikipia quarantine and treatment facility because of the matter is before court. But I want you also to read the Public Health Act, Section 35 and Section 36, and look at the powers given to the Minister for Health in the event of an epidemic, in the event of a crisis of this magnitude within our region or in our country. There are certain powers as a minister.
Yeah, but
I will not, if I wait for a court order and God forbid an Ebola outbreak happens tomorrow in our country.
Yeah, but
let me finish.
There's no outbreak.
Let me finish. In the event, what is happening? You know, people are more concerned, Jeff, about, of course, I agree, the greatest risk to our country is importation of travelers. You know, Kenya is a regional hub in terms of trade, in terms of aviation, in terms of transport. The whole of Eastern Central Africa, the Northern Corridor serves. How many trucks go to Rwanda, Burundi, Uganda, all the way to DRC and back? So we are more focused, narrow focused on Laikipia. But look at this. A Kenyan from Kinshasa. There are many Kenyans who are in Kinshasa, Katanga, Benin, Beni, Lumumbashi. I have been there myself. Even this Ituri, when I was the Minister for Defense. Yeah. When our troops were there. So I know the ecosystem there. Imagine that Kenyan crosses, his temperature is checked, everything is checked. There are no symptoms. The incubation period of this disease is 2 to 3 weeks. He comes here, he enters into the community, and then after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, he's found with the symptoms of Ebola. We must prepare in advance and build all the 23 quarantine, isolation, and treatment centers.
So you're saying you as health CS, you supersede the courts in a country where we supposed to have run order?
No. The courts are there to serve both. So the court have told us to submit all the cooperation agreement we have with
But in the
US.
meantime, they said stop.
Yeah, so we have stopped.
No, you haven't.
Okay.
You haven't stopped.
Have you been to Laikipia base? How have you been?
You said in Parliament today, nothing is going to stop you.
Let me tell you.
I'm quoting you.
Let me tell you. If you go to Kenyatta Hospital, Kenyatta, the National Police Hospital, MTRH, Alupe, University Hospital in Busia, we are building all the 23 we are building.
Who's paying for this?
Of course, the Kenya government plus partners.
What partners? Is the U.S. government paying?
No. Let me tell you. You follow me. I mean, this is a global regional. We had a partners meeting, WHO, Africa CDC, US CDC, US government. Secondly, the president hold a high-level meeting with the diplomats. Let me finish with the diplomats. I was a member of the meeting of IGAD ministers. Yesterday there was a meeting of East African ministers of health. So there is partnership, there is cooperation, there is resource mobilization from all partners. We need more support for our labs. We have 3 major labs. Our country is great, man. In the region, we are great. I mean, we have built over the years through the assistance of the U.S. The U.S. government has spent the last 23 years, $8 billion. That's close about $1 trillion. Today, the achievement we have in our country on reductions on HIV.
But
let me finish.
Don't forget.
HIV, TB, malaria, building of upscaling our labs. It's because of the partnership we have with the U.S.
Correct, but don't forget, USAID shut down operations, what, in January? Right? WHO scaled down considerably. Where's this money coming from?
What are you talking about? WHO has built, go to Kenyatta University. During President Uhuru Kenyatta, they were given 5 acres.
That was
Let me tell you, their biggest emergency operational hub is in Nairobi, in the whole of East and Central Africa. Africa CDC is setting up 14 countries regional center in Nairobi.
Okay, but the concern here is the Americans are very concerned about like Kipe and Nanyuki and building that facility. Are they paying for it for their own people? Are they paying for that?
But they're the first country to give us on this Ebola alone 1.7 million Kenya shillings. 1.7 billion Kenya shillings is the US, among others.
Are they paying for Nanyuki?
The whole, including the whole 23 centers we're building, facilities we're building.
The US is paying?
We are paying, US is paying. Other donors like WHO has given us about 1,000 PPEs. So many. We have over 20 partners.
Bed occupancy, people are talking about what, 50 bed facility?
When Aden Duale was in the National Assembly, the very same day, actually, it was just a lifespan of a few hours. He said 2 things in Parliament. Number 1, he said, they will not consult Kenyans on the Ebola quarantine facility that is being set up in Laikipia military air base. That's what he said. That Kenyans are of no value and they will not consult them. Number 2, Aden Duale said that nothing is going to stop them from setting up the quarantine facility. Meaning, Aden Duale is above the law. Meaning, the cabinet secretary is above the law. And the constitution says, even the president, nobody is supreme. Nobody should be above the law. So CS Duale has disrespected the court order. But what surprises me is, in Jeff Koinange's interview, Aden Duale cannot remember whether he said himself that he is not going to consult anyone. Aden Duale is forgetting that he said that nothing is, not even the court order was going to stop them. Aden Duale said in a parliament. But in Jeff Koinange's interview, he's forgotten that he said that. He's trying to recall whether he's the one who said it. He cannot, you say phantom, or he can't, how do you call that? Ile Kiingereza ya ndani. Yani, hawezi kumbuka kwamba ni yeye alisema kwamba nothing is going to stop us. Hata yeye akumbuki. This is how William Ruto and his leadership behaves. Leo wanawaambia we shall work on the cost of living. Kesho hawakumbuki. Wanawaambia leo hii tutapunguza bei ya gas. Kesho wakiamuka hawakumbuki. Leo hii wanawaambia we want to reduce taxes. Wakiamuka kesho hakuna mtu anakumbuka. So this is how this government has been running, and now you know the people you have. How I wish that next year we'll think about it. We'll think about this decision. God bless you. See you in the next episode. Asanteni sana.